UN slams Ukraine war and illegal nuclear weapons in North Korea. The United Nations Security Council is called to find ways to promote and strengthen the rule of law, as lawlessness has proliferated, from the illegal Russian invasion of Ukraine nearing 1 year old, the military takeover in Myanmar to the Taliban's attacks on women's and girls' rights to education and North Korea's nuclear tests. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres opened the debate with a statement that the rule of law is.
The rule of law is foundational to the United Nations and to our mission of peace. The Security Council has a vital role in upholding it. From the illegal development of nuclear weapons to the illegal use of force, states continue to flout international law with impunity. The Russian invasion of Ukraine has created a humanitarian and human rights catastrophe, traumatized a generation of children, and accelerated the global food and energy crisis. Any annexation of a state's territory by another state resulting from the threat or use of force is a violation of the Charter and of international law. The unlawful nuclear weapons program being pursued by the Democratic People's Republic of Korea is a clear and present danger, driving risks and geopolitical tensions to new heights. The onus is on the DPRK to comply with its international obligations and return to the negotiation table. In Afghanistan, unprecedented systemic attacks on women's and girls' rights and the flouting of international obligations are creating gender-based apartheid. This deliberately undermines the development of a country that desperately needs the contributions of all in order to return to sustainable peace. The breakdown of the rule of law in Myanmar since the military takeover in 2021 has led to a cycle of violence, repression, and severe human rights violations. 2022 was a deadly year for both Palestinians and Israelis. We condemn all unlawful killings and acts by extremists. There is no justice.
Japan's Foreign Minister Yoshimasa Hayashi, whose country holds the presidency of the 15-nation Security Council in January, called for a resolution on uniting for the rule of law, with the Council as the principal body responsible for it. The minister said,
"Today, we are beset by the war of aggression in Europe, and conflicts, violence, terrorism, and geopolitical tensions ranging from Africa to the Middle East to Latin America to the Asia-Pacific. I believe that the rule of law is intrinsically linked with the responsibility of this Council. I believe that it is only through multilateralism that we can uphold the rule of law globally. I believe that the United Nations should be at the core of multilateralism. And I believe that the Security Council should be the guardian of multilateralism. Third, we, the member states, should unite for the rule of law and cooperate with each other to stand up against violations of the Charter, such as aggression against or the acquisition of territory by force from a member state. Japan welcomes the efforts by member states in this regard and calls for further actions to end aggression against Ukraine. Let us refrain from recognizing territorial acquisitions by force or supporting aggression directly or indirectly."
Stay up to date with the latest news on the United Nations and the world. Make sure to subscribe to this Facebook account by clicking the button above this video. See you next